Some brands offer you low finance, or cashback, or servicing.
Renault don't do ors. We do ands. The Renault Kadjar with 1.91% APR and €1,000 cashback and 3 years servicing, saving you thousands. Renault, the brand with the ands. Visit your local Renault dealer. Finance is made under a hire purchase agreement. Terms and conditions apply. Deposit required subject to lending criteria. See Renault.ie.
Welcome to another episode of the People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples. This looks weird.
Like, why do you have your back towards me?
I don't know. I like lean because I'm trying to lean for the thing, but it was too far.
All right.
We're here. Good? Is that?
Yeah,
you want me like that?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Good. I've been working my shoulders, so it's like trying to get those pillow boulders, as they call them in the gym. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sarah Cooper. I'm a writer and comedian.
I like how you're trying to throw your voice at the screen, but it's just right here. It's just audio. It's a low production, but it's a production.
Hey, I'm Lucas. I'm just visiting. I'm from Austria, Europe. So
Austria?
I'm like the exchange comedian for 10 days here in New York. Yeah.
Does that accent do it for you?
Do it for me?
Yeah.
Is it that
What a like way to put me
Jimmy
on
was
the
the
spot.
first.
I was wondering, like, as a guy, you have an accent, but as a woman, if you met her for the first time, be like, hey, does that accent does it do anything for you?
Listen, this is a horrible way to start a podcast.
Is it?
First of all,
It's
but
fine.
I will go ahead and say I love your accent.
Yeah, it's a cool accent,
I
right?
like American accents. I don't know why. I just always.
You like American?
Yeah, I just like straight American.
You know, it's funny. I mean, I know I have an accent, of course I do, but you're the first guy actually to tell me this because
That you have
everyone else was so. No, really,
Everyone else has been so nice.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No, it's not.
I don't know.
No, it's just me.
He introduced himself, and you immediately went, "Does this do it for you?"
No,
Like,
because
that's what you did.
because I met him yesterday, so I had to have him on the podcast, and I was like, oh, this is your accent. It's too funny because it's one of those accents that represents where you're from.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's true. But I don't sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, do I? I mean,
Absolutely.
I do.
But see, it's not just me. You even.
But there's.
How you gonna tell me?
This is Arnold, and this is me, I think.
But he has steroids in his throat. You have no steroids in your throat. That's why he had the That's why he growled.
But I bet you can do a good Arnold impersonation. You should try it. It
Right
just
now.
takes some energy.
Do it.
Well, okay, I'll try. Oh, this is very embarrassing.
You've never done an Arnold.
No, of course,
Really?
I've done it lots of times, but I think this will still be embarrassing. But have you seen the movie Hercules in New York with Arnold Schwarzenegger? It was his first major movie. No? Have you seen it? Hercules in New York?
Is this a thing?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's a bodybuilder?
Arnold sounds like this. When Arnold talks, this is how he talks.
See, that's
okay?
great.
He was the governor in California, and this is how Arnold talks. And I don't talk like this.
How would he sound if he was on the toilet?
If he was on the toilet, he would sit down like this. And, okay, get it out. Come on.
You know, this is doing it for me now.
Ja, ich mache das, ich scheiße in die Toilette. Yeah, this is Arnold.
You get into it. See that?
Yeah.
I just let you go. And
I mean, it's a great character. I mean, everyone knows who he is. Yeah. This is Arnold, and this
But
is me.
in Austria, is he like seen as this amazing person up on a pedestal, or is he kind of like who cares?
No, actually he is. I mean, he's really famous. Also, there, like there's a stadium like a soccer stadium named after him. I mean, there was a big controversy when he was governor in California because of the death penalty. You know, because we don't have that death penalty in Austria, and people were like, "Oh wow, we love Arnold, but he shouldn't be the governor of a state that has the death penalty." But I mean, everyone knew this before that there is death penalty in the US.
He likes death. See all of his movies.
But that was like he lost some fans in Austria.
Sure,
but I don't know. But still, I mean, it's what he did was just amazing. I mean,
He would have
he grew. Yeah, I mean, he would be
He would
the
have been
president.
the best president.
He would have been shooting dope as president.
Shooting dope, maybe.
But I mean, what he did, I mean, mean, he came from like a small village in Austria. I'm from the capital. I'm from Vienna, and he grew up in like on the countryside in a small village, and then he went to the US, and yeah, he did all this. And
Yeah.
he was the best paid Hollywood actor for a while in the 90s.
Yeah,
he was the
absolutely.
best paid actor, and also I think he's actually a good actor. I think he's underestimated.
Did you hear?
I think he's
the posture
underestimated
change?
because he knows. Also, he knows that he sounds funny. He always knew that, and I think he's underestimated.
The most
sometimes.
confident. He's got to be.
He's confident.
You know.
Yeah. But still, I think he's actually, as an actor, he's a bit
I think
underestimated.
he's overestimated.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
You think so?
But
Yeah.
everyone always made fun
I
of
mean,
him.
because he's just a giant guy, and so he played
Yeah.
these really, like, stereotypical sort of
Yeah.
cliche characters
Yeah.
for who he is. I mean, I guess when he knew, like what you're saying, when he was, like, aware of how silly he was, like in some of the comedies that he's done,
Yeah.
that I think maybe he did a little bit better.
like Red Heat, for example.
Wow,
Red Heat,
never
he
heard of
plays
any
this
of these
Russian.
I remember it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's so funny. It's so good. And I think he always was aware. Like he always knew how he looks and what the cliche
But
is.
like lines like "I'll be back," like I never took that seriously.
No,
I
of course
never
not.
felt.
They're
like,
meant to
It's
be
a movie.
taken
It
seriously. Yeah,
wasn't-
it's these
Oh,
are
I know, but
one-liners.
some actors have like a good weight to what they do. Like I always thought he was just kind of silly when he was trying to be serious. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Of course. I mean, he never wanted to
He was
win an
kindergarten
Oscar.
cop, right?
Yeah,
He
of
was.
course.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was good. That was.
Well, where's the one where he's the pregnant man?
Ooh. Junior.
Junior?
Thanks. Wow.
That was great.
Somebody over here is a super fan.
Yeah, super fan.
Because like every movie he's mentioned, I hear someone going, "Yep, seen it."
But these
seen
were
it."
huge movies. Like, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Pumping Iron?
no.
No.
It's the documentary.
Feels
right?
like
It's
I'm
a-
calming
it's a-
you.
It's a
Yeah.
documentary about his
Is it recent?
No,
No,
that
okay.
was early, super early.
You know, he was the Celebrity Apprentice. He was the recent
He
host. Yeah, it only lasted one season.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
it. I've heard it.
He did, yeah.
We talked so much
I didn't even
about
watch
that.
it.
I didn't watch it either.
Yeah, because you can't go from Donald Trump to anybody else to do his show.
Yeah. You see, now we talked about Arnold for 5 minutes.
We could. You see that? That's what happens. How you doing? What's going on in your life? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute.
Oh, I know. I been traveling,
Uh-huh.
and I have my book coming out in a week.
Got a book?
So
Wow.
yeah,
Oh, about what? I saw that.
yeah.
What's the name of the book?
It's called "How to Be Successful Without Hurting Men's Feelings."
And how I saw the title,
Yeah.
and I was like, how are people? Why did you scoff? How are people receiving that?
Some are receiving it better than others. I think people that don't realize it's a joke are
And where'd you
not
get it
happy
from?
about it. What?
How'd you say, hey, all right, this is the book that I'm going to write?
Well, I wrote a post called "Non-Threatening Leadership Strategies for Women," which was about how women kind of like are passive aggressive, the way that they talk, and like in emails they use a lot of exclamation points and smiley faces and emojis to make them seem really likable,
Yeah.
and instead of just being very direct. And that went viral a few years ago, and so this kind of came out of that. So basically, this is all about like just double standards and like things women do that they probably don't need to do in the workplace to like make people like them and not hurt anybody's feelings and not step on any toes. And
I'll let you give the judge, but what's the main one?
the main one,
Yeah, is there one that jumps out at you? Like one chapter that you were writing, you were like, holy shit.
I think the thing about smiling, this is something that like have you ever told a woman to smile
All the time.
all the time?
All the time.
Yeah, so that's annoying.
Like as a
sometimes.
motivational person, I tell everybody to smile.
You tell guys on the street to
but-
smile. You tell guys on
Yeah.
the street.
Here's the thing. Here's where I fucked up because, all right, and this is the first time I've ever.
Here's the one time
I
Jimmy is
remember
fucked up.
the one time I remember I used to say it all the time. I used to say it so that people said it back. But then I remember I got in a conversation with a guy in college, and then he told me, he was like, because I used to say, hey, keep smiling. That used to be my catchphrase.
That was
But
your
then-
catchphrase?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, keep smiling. Yeah, keep
You weren't on a show, but you had a catchphrase.
No, yeah, I had a catchphrase. I was like, keep smiling. That would be when I would see somebody I'd be like, keep smiling.
What if they weren't smiling?
But then I'd be like, yeah, smile. Right, I do that. But then, like, we were arguing, and he was like, yeah, keep smiling. And then I punched him. I reacted. And then, but then somebody was like, that's your thing. That's what you say. But then I was saying, yeah.
So someone who is a motivational speaker
I
telling
wasn't motivated. This was in
telling
college
people to
before.
go and
I was
be
just
happy.
an optimist.
You punched this guy in the face.
Yes,
That's
because I thought he was being aggressive.
that's-
It was the way
Because he
said
told
it.
you to keep
Yeah,
smiling.
he said my shit too.
Okay, well, you just proved my
I'm
entire
a fucking
point
idiot,
there.
and I
Yeah,
apologize.
there you go.
And I was like, but, oh man, did I? Did I? Yeah, but
Yeah.
but all right, but that I get okay, but that's how women feel towards men.
I
when we
mean,
say it.
yeah, like, wow, you really actually had, like, an experience that probably put you in the place of a lot of women who get
Yeah.
told to smile
But,
constantly.
but
That's
wait,
what you had.
whoever tells you to smile, like your boss?
People on
You
the
hear
street.
me right here 1,000
What?
times a day. Because
Really?
when I
People on the
catch
street. No one's
her-
ever told you to smile on the street walking by you. have
No,
they?
and I never told anyone
Right.
to smile.
Right.
But on the flip
Strange,
side, when I see women in the street, like in this environment, when I see a woman and then she'll look at me, most of the time it's a scowl. All right, most of the time. So I can't read. All right, maybe you just hate my fucking guts, or is it because I'm mother? Any fucking reason. But then, like the other day, this girl, she kept looking at me, but she's like scowling. So I moved over. I was like, whatever. And then as we were walking, she walked by, and then she smiled at me. It was like you can't give those mixed. You know, it was weird. It was a weird.
Did you get her number?
No, I was like, that's crazy. That's batshit crazy. Because she was really like, but and then she walked, and she was like, and did that.
Well, that's a defense mechanism.
It's
I walk around and I notice that
I can't read minds.
I walk around with my hands in fists. And I
Yeah.
don't know why. Like, I realize that. Like I walk around like, and I feel like it's a defense thing. Like I feel like at any point, like somebody might come up to me, but nothing's ever happened to me.
Fight.
Maybe this is part of the reason no one ever talks to me that much.
So it's not in your pocket, like.
Yeah, I'll be like standing like this, and I'm walking
Just
like
walk
this.
around the street.
Yeah.
Just an old 1920s boxer.
Hey,
yeah. Get him in.
Fisticuffs. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Are you saying
Hmm?
something? Were you gonna say something?
No.
Okay.
I was just wondering. Yeah, whoever tells you to smile. But it's just people on the street, random people. They would just.
Yeah, men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
and I good.
It's a pickup thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's just we have from being in the city, our interactions are so fast that we're fucking stupid and we don't have anything faster to say. So usually, if I don't see you smile, the first thing I'll say is you should smile.
yeah.
And then that's the quickest thing without thinking 50, 100 other guys have probably said that to you
Yeah.
that day. And I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking
Yeah.
I see you for the first time.
I've had
and
some guys be like super mean about it too. Like this one guy, this was like a long time ago, like 7 years ago, he told me to smile and I didn't feel like smiling. And so I just like didn't smile. And then he like goes, well, fuck you then. You're going to be old and ugly one day and no one's going to tell you to smile anymore. Like, I was like, what did I do to this person? Nothing. I just didn't want to smile. And that's the kind of like random, like
And
verbal
that's-
attack.
and then
Like,
people
for just
fucking
not smiling.
idiots. And I don't
Anyway,
know.
I brought this down. I brought this whole podcast down.
No.
Best comedy podcast on the internet.
My book is really funny.
I keep seeing
Yeah.
her posture. I can't see her face, but I see her posture move every time you say something. Like she wants to chime in.
Yeah.
She's
Chime
like,
in.
yeah, that motherfucker.
Chime in.
Yeah, speak.
We
Introduce
need,
yourself. Nice shoes. Look at those.
Oh.
That's a line. That's a cat call that I found that works. That a girl walk by, I'd be like, nice shoes. Every girl in 50 block radius will look at those shoes and be like, nice shoes. This bag, nice shoes. I was like, yeah, that was a good one. And it worked. She'd be like, thank you, nice shoes. I got these from Payless. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
How long?
You know what? It would be
Okay.
better if you were more specific. If you said nice boots, nice pumps.
If I could
nice
name the
flats.
shoe and I
Yeah,
was that dope,
Yeah.
like nice
People would really-
Balenciagas. I don't know what the fuck.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
I don't. Is that a shoe? No, Balenciaga. Yeah, something like that. I don't know shoe. I know boots, sneakers, flip flops. That's it.
Nice.
Fucking idiot. All right. What's going on with you? What are you struggling with? I love asking white guys that. Because they go,
Well,
struggle.
well, of course, I struggle with lots of things. Well, I'm just, especially with my accent, with my.
You struggle with
no,
your accent.
No. Well,
sorry.
actually, I'm as I said, I'm here in New York for 10 days, and I try to do as many open mics as I can. I'm admirer of comedy. I love American and British comedy, and now I'm here in New York to just to watch as many comedians as I can, and also I try to do some stand up. Yeah,
You just dodged my question.
Yeah, I had a question.
Yeah, of course.
Is there anything specific to German comedy that we might not understand?
Well, German comedy, it's
that
just not
thing?
good. No, it's just not good.
They just yell at you like the entire time.
Yeah, well, it's to be honest, I only watch American comedy. Like I love like Doug Stanhope, Anthony Jeselnik, or Ricky Gervais from Great Britain. And I don't know, and this is true for most of my friends. We watch The Daily Show and Last Week Tonight and all these American shows, and we don't really like German comedy.
But what is German comedy? Like, what do they
Well,
talk
of course,
about?
there is German comedy. Of course, I mean it's the same. I mean, it's about politics, and it's about it's about sex, and I mean
they make fun of Angela Merkel.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, of course, Angela
The
Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Good job.
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course, there's good comedy, but it's just, I don't know. It's just for me, it's just not that funny. I don't know. I don't
So
know.
you like more sarcastic, dry?
Yeah. Well, you know what I found out is that German comedy mostly it just isn't that dark and serious, and it's just
Silly and slapstick?
yeah,
Okay.
it's like childish,
Right.
and
It's
I
what
mean,
our humor was 50 years ago.
yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know, but, and I'm a grown up
I mean-
now. I want to hear about like serious things, and about it should be about, I don't know, politics and religion, and
Yeah.
like serious stuff.
Yeah.
And
Do you think that type of humor would do well there, though?
yeah, of course, and I mean, of course, there surely are people who do that kind of stuff. But I just don't. I know much more about American comedy and American comedians than I know about German comedy. It's just not that interesting to me. But I don't know.
The rest of the world agrees.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Do you do a lot of mics there, shows in Austria?
Well, there are not a lot of places where you can do that actually, and it's funny because actually there in Vienna, I mean, I think 2 million people are living there. So it's the capital of Austria. We have 8 million people in Austria, in the whole country of Austria. So it's in New York. There are
In the whole country?
8 million. This is New York, right? Yeah. So I mean, the funny thing is there are like 2 or 3 places in Vienna where you can do an open mic in English, but only actually one. I think there's only one place where you can do an open mic in German, because there's just a different scene. Also, there are some Americans in Vienna who started doing open mics there, and it's just the better scene. It's just, I don't know. It's just it's actually easier to do open mics in English in Vienna than in German.
That sounds brutal. But you guys are spoiled, fucking spoiled in New York. I don't even talk about it. Let's talk about current events. Some current events. You hear about this kid who nobody showed up to his party. Somebody talked about this yesterday. Somebody have a bit about that? The pizza party, and none of his friends showed up. He invited 32 people. None of his friends showed up, so the Phoenix Suns invited the kid to the basketball game. Said, "Hey, we gotta have thousands of people here for your party." And I was like, "What if that kid's just a shitty kid? You know, if 32 people don't come to your birthday party, it's not them, right?" He looked like a shitty kid. He looked like he had like a kung fu vest on. I don't know.
You know, maybe he's just an outsider.
Or maybe his mom. Somebody's shitty in this situation. Either it's mom, or you can't be a no cool.
No, you know, I think he's an outsider, and one day he will do great comedy, because
Maybe
yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Nobody showed up.
Well, my brother had a party once in high school, and he was so excited about it. I think it was his 16th birthday. He got this like dry ice machine because he was going to have all this dry ice on the basement and stuff like that. Only 2 people showed up to this party, and it was the saddest thing. And my brother is such a sweet person.
No kid puts that much thought into dry ice. That's the problem. No, she doesn't.
Sometimes people are mean to someone who's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of the kid. He looks like a sweet kid.
Look at his eyes.
No.
I did a close up of the
You know
kid's
what?
eye.
I think, Jimmy, I think that you are not wanting to feel bad for this person because you're trying to protect something deep inside you. And I think that's what's going on, because the second you say to yourself, this kid was like hurt in some way, I think that you might start to feel feelings.
No, I like feelings. No.
And I feel like you should just let yourself feel sad for this kid.
No, not at all.
He's a traitor.
He's a I can't. No, I got to meet this kid. I got to hear him talk, and I got to school him. And I'm like, no, no. You're not gonna. I'm like, no, don't take no fucking pictures of this party, Mom. No. What mother is like, hey, nobody showed up, and then takes a picture? It's like, that's a shitty mom.
Well, did you hear about the grandfather who invited all his grandchildren over for like hot like hamburgers? He like barbecued all this stuff, and like none of his grandchildren showed up.
Shitty grandfather. Shitty grandfather. He's probably a piece of shit.
Have you ever felt bad for anyone in your life?
Yes. And I feel bad for if people have a problem, I'm a fixer. I'm a guy. If I see something with a problem, I'm like, all right, how do we fix this?
Do you know how to just listen to problems instead of trying to fix
Well,
them?
that's why I don't have a girlfriend. No. But yeah, I listen, and then I'll let you speak.
I'll listen and then I'll let you speak. That's great.
I'll listen.
That is great.
I'm like, do you want a solution, or you just want me to listen? Is that not the right answer either?
No, listen, this is something that you have to learn in relationships. Sometimes people just
you know how many open mics I sit through? I'm the best listener. I'm the best listener in New York.
There on your phone.
I consume this shit.
Okay.
Even though I'm on the phone, I hear every single word that everybody says.
Well, we're going to test you.
You can absolutely test me. I don't know. I may not know names, but if somebody's on stage and they'll tell a joke, it's like, oh, I know that guy. I know everybody by their bits. It's genius. It's ingenious. I can close my eyes and I'll be like, yeah, that's fucking Gene Morgan.
I just want like a quarter of your confidence.
Yep, I got you here, right there. That's what's up. What did you wake up to this morning? Like, you were just like, fuck. Is that how you wake up? No, you wake up like this.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Just stressful stuff. Like, putting yourself out there is stressful.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I have this book coming out, so I'm trying to promote it, and so I have to keep having to talk about myself. A year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah, and so it's
Writer's block?
No. It's written. It's done. It's
I mean, when you were writing it, did you get a lot of writer's block? How'd you get over that?
I kind of like just take a walk. I realized if I just sit in front of my laptop and stare at a blank screen, I'm not going to come up with anything. So I have to go outside. I have to take a walk. I have to have a conversation with someone. I have to do something completely different. So
Did you? What was the process from you getting the idea to just powering through it? Did you what was the beginning process?
Well, I started with that first blog post, and then I just came up with the chapter names. Basically, I did chapters, yeah, and so that was kind of...
title first? Did you have the title?
I had the titles. Yeah, I did have the title. The title came almost first.
I get 2 chapters. I got 2 chapters of about 40 books.
You had 2
chapters.
I can't.
Yeah, I'll get the 2 chapters, and I'm like, fuck this. This is stupid.
You have 2 complete chapters of 40 books, because that's a book. 2 chapters of 40 books.
Of a bunch of stuff. Like I'm not a finisher. Like, I'll get through it, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
How do you power through that part? How'd you do that?
For me, like, I had a deadline, and if I don't have a deadline, I don't get anything done. And so, like, I realized...
That you said, or the...
What?
Did you set the deadline?
They set the deadline. The publisher did. So if I didn't have that, I don't know if I would have gotten it done, actually.
Okay.
So it's really important.
Yeah.
And I realized that, like, sometimes, like, I just take a class just so that I have deadlines. Not so that I learn anything new. Like, I might just learn the same thing I already know. But if I have a deadline, I'll actually finish things. So I'm just like a student that way, So the deadline helps.
Did you have, did a lot of people come to your parties here?
I didn't have parties. Parties stress me out because I feel like when people come over, like, I feel like I have to entertain them.
Did you have an older brother?
Older brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kid probably didn't have an older brother. He didn't have, that's the fucking problem. because no older brother would let that happen.
Yeah.
If nobody showed up at my sister's party, I'm like, I'm bringing all my friends. Like he had no backup.
Do you feel bad for him?
That
now
was my
he
job.
didn't-
I was the older brother. Yeah.
He's all alone.
Yeah.
Do you feel bad now for him?
No. I don't feel bad for him.
I feel really
It
bad.
probably makes him better. It'll make him better. It'll make him stronger.
Okay.
But I just want to know how to fix that.
Okay, so you had a little sister?
Yeah, I had a little sister.
Oh, okay.
Little sister and a little brother, but I didn't grow up with the brother.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't meet him until he was older, and which I didn't bully him, but I didn't know he was gay. And then when he I should word this differently because these fucking comedians attack this shit. But when he came out of the closet, like I remember when he was trying to come out of the closet, and I didn't know he was gay, and I was like,
What do you mean trying to come out of the closet?
because like before you didn't know he was a big alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
So he was drinking a lot. I didn't know why he was drinking a lot, and I was always trying to hook him up with girls, and then I was like, why aren't you fucking bitches? And I was like, Twitter, don't fucking. All right, but yeah, I didn't know. But then he came out, and then you can see he stopped drinking less, and his skin got better, and he was just happy.
Nice.
You know,
That's good.
and that was dope. I don't know how we got to that, but what else? You guys got questions?
No. Yeah.
No.
I don't like the tone in whoever's voice that was. You're going last. Good.
I got a question.
Yeah, Michael.
How long did it take you to write that book?
It
Did you
took,
say?
well, I wrote the initial post like 2 years ago, and then I think writing the book took like a year and a half.
It's like on and off, like
Yeah, on and off. Yeah, and then editing and all that stuff. It's illustrated too, so it's not like all text. I did them, but it's a total hack. I don't know how to draw, so I basically I hired a bunch of models to act out these situations, and then I took pictures and then I traced them. So that's how I did all the drawings.
Did you say something? You got a question?
Now you do it.
Good. You have a question for this? This is New York comedy community. Ask them a
Wow.
question.
Ooh, okay, I have a
And
question.
we'll get started.
Is Amy Schumer a good comedian?
Yeah,
Yeah. Good.
she's funny.
Yeah?
I just found out about her stealing Joe. I found that out today.
What did
We've
you
heard
find
that
out?
story a long time.
Oh, man.
Excuse me, what?
I don't know.
Big deal.
I didn't say.
When you get to that level, is it stealing jokes or is it riffing off of somebody else's joke?
It's still stealing.
It's still stealing?
I see it side by side. It's video on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, it's super crowded here today. It seems like it's a lot more people.
It's
than
hit or
normal.
miss. This should I don't even I just close my eyes and go through it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be 4 people, me, Jared, and then I don't know. Yeah. Thank you.
And I see some ladies, so that's great.
We don't mention that. No. It's just a mic, right? We don't.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking mic. Tell them where they can find you online,
Me?
social media.
Well, I don't have social
She's about to
media.
blow you out of the water. Right?
I just do this for fun, so I don't have.
For
I don't
fun,
have like,
hobbyists? All right.
I don't have a
This
webpage.
is New York.
I want to study comedy.
Okay.
Like I'm just studying it, so I don't have a webpage. I'm just
How did you guys meet? Or how did
I came here yesterday to do an
okay.
open mic.
Yeah. When I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh, you're coming back tomorrow."
And this is just for fun, but I still take it very
You
seriously.
keep saying that.
But I just take it seriously.
It hurts my soul. Is anybody else doing this shit for fun? Jared, you can leave.
Everyone's doing it for fun.
I hope so.
Really?
Gotta have fun.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
No.
you can find me. I don't exist on social media.
Wow, nothing.
No.
No website, no Instagram, Twitter. You hear that?
That's awesome.
Is it?
We don't have that in Europe,
Oh,
you know.
well,
We don't have that.
you don't-
I want to kill all my social media. I wish I could.
all right, where you can find you.
Okay.
Don't speak that blasphemous.
Yeah, so my website is sarahcpr.com, Sarah with an H, and my Instagram is sarahcpr, and my Twitter is sarahcpr.
Say your website again.
sarahcpr.com.
Yeah, you do. That's a business. She's a business. Pinterest.
Pinterest.
I'm still trying to get this
No,
Pinterest
no.
money. All right, one
No.
day, everybody laughs. I'm gonna get this Pinterest sponsorship. Cool. Thank you. And say your book again.
How to Be Successful Without Hurting Men's Feelings. It's out in 6 days. October 30th.
Nice.
Yay!
Give it up for her. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is another episode of The People's Mic. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimmyPeoples.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, JPeoples TV. The podcast is every Monday to Friday at I don't strong hair. Try to look at you in the eye. And followed by the open mic at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Monday to Friday. What else? You can find it on Alexa. This is episode 212. Just go to Alexa, say, hey, you want to hear episode 212? One more thing. And the app will be out on Friday. So,
Nice.
It's dope, yeah.
Nice.
So, subscribe to that. Say it again.
Yeah, you got to say
I'll be back.
That's it. Give it up for these guys. Thank you.